Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Gregtech Community Edition Modern. Last time, I absolutely do not have a clue. A couple days since I recorded. I think we got nitrobenzene up and... Yeah, that's about right. We got the nitrobenzene and the... something like that. Nitrobenzene and getting that little void block thing going up. I haven't moved anything over there just yet, because a little bit different. Already got everything over here, so... Oh, we did the auto-crafting stuff. That's what we did. We auto-crafted the, what's it called? The ender duct stuff. So, that's the thing. Now, one of the problems I've had is I'm starting to run low on a lot of the different materials. Got a decent amount of platinum, but chromium out of a time or two, as well as a couple other little minor things. So, I've been trying to get a way to put different stuff into this area. So that is one thing I have been working on, and so I did redo the entire setup for ore processing. So we've got macerators at the beginning, we've got our chemical baths and ore station, ore washer. We have our bauxite, ruby, green sapphire, and when we have some blue sapphire will also go in here, regular sapphire, so that we can make those into slurries. I do have my thermal centrifuge, an additional macerator at the end afterwards, which it all drops off into here, and it sorts it into either centrifuge or electrolyzer, with certain things not being put in there. So I want all of these to come out because those are better for me to just straight up smelt, as they either get something that I can obtain easily, or I would prefer the actual source, as I don't need as much other parts. So I'd rather get that than basically reduce my sample size. Then they each go into one of their own machines, the electrolyzer, electrolyzing stuff, and then sending it back in the loop if it needs to. Otherwise, it will enter this box, and once it enters this box, that's where it's then sorted either into stuff to be smelted or going into our ore wall. I have gone through and put a bunch of upgrades on a bunch of the different things that we have over here. And now, to top it all off, finish it off, to build ourselves a multi-smelter, which is the upgraded version of this thing. Once that's off, I can actually remove this whole thing, and we'll have a free walkway over here. Found that. Kind of annoying to have that. Okay. You have to dig out the trench to bring fuel to come over here and then hop on it. That is where our input hatches. Just wrench it to the position. And basically, the multi-smelter looks like a squat version of the blast furnace. So instead of being a 3x3x4 tall, instead, it is a 3x3x3. It's there, so we'll just build it out. Center empty. Maintenance hatch and the muffler, so we'll put this hatch there, the muffler there, and we up. I don't think it matters too much where that's at, but I don't know, so I'm just going to keep with what it says inside the description. Multi-block thing in MEI. Go. Now, just need to all of... Oh, you know, the thing I forgot to do again is the gas turbines. Let's get 2 of those. Start it up. Well, that's not good. And that's the thing that constantly keeps happening. It's constantly out of stuff that you think you have enough of, but make out of this stuff much easier. Come over here and just dump in some salt to get my hydrochloric acid, lop it on up here to get more right. You have one other thing I can also get started in the meat, which is to do with all of these items here in my inventory. I feel like I'm missing some. People's. Oh, I am. I need fans. Go in. That's right. Now we can take this over to the fan extruder. Pop those on in there. And basically both of those out, get those on the electrolyzer. Stainless steel thing to transfer that hydrochloric acid on over. Dump it on in. Get myself some more iron chloride 3, because we're going to need a few more circuit boards. Should be just about done. Yep, there's the 2 rotor blades. Now if we take that and put that in an assembler, doesn't need a number, so we'll just put it in this with the motors, with the rods, the fans, the gold cable, and the stainless steel rings. Actually get our improved thrusters. And we can take off our backpack here. I think I have a full one. It's that one. So, just need our screwdriver and our wire cutters out, and we can make ourselves the upgraded version of this backpack. Screwdriver is out, we just need the wire cutters, which are also out. Here is improved jetpack. So now it's going to start sucking battery power out of there. I think we'll actually turn that off, because straight from there, I do some thinking about it. I do need a few more things, because we have that. We can make the platinum wire. I just have to pull some platinum out really quick. One, two, 4. Should be able to just pop that on. Wire going. Well, actually, doesn't matter if it goes. It does matter that it's wire and not plates. So let's grab out that. I autocraft too much stuff. Started to forget what some of these machines even look like. There is that. It's gas turbines. Did they finish up? Those. Gas turbines. That's right, we are waiting on our Ride 3 for that. One of the hard things I'm having right now is using is right. We have this. What was I even talking about? I lost that train so fast. Oh, one thing I've had a hard time doing is wanting to get rid of this. Because, and I don't mean getting rid of this, I mean like using that instead of the iron chloride 3 for making more of these boards. The reason I've actually found a hard time wanting to do that is the fact that it is actually useful in the ore washing particularly for a few subjects that I really wanted to be able to ore wash, as the stuff that you get out of the chemical bath over the ore wash from them is a little bit more useful. So with that one, doing it on aluminum, cobalt, ilmenite, and bauxite ends up yielding more of the stuff that we want there. Let's look at the bauxite really quick, because that's the main one to look into. But if we do that with the bauxite, we get gallium instead of the gorilla-sar. And the gallium is something we use quite heavily, so it's really nice to do that rather than that. So that's why I've just preferred to keep a hold of that, because things like that one we're going to use quite a bit. Now that those are in there, we should be able to make 2 turbines. So we'll let that get going. In the meantime, I wanted to check. It is HV tier if we do manage to get over to that. So we'll let that discharge give us a bit more battery in our backpack, even though we're not going to use it that much. And we are going to not sleep. Put on the boots. Put on that. Put on that. And we'll put on the jetpack. Okay, that uses it way too fast. We will leave on the discharge of the battery. Just tuck that away from you. With our energy hatches down, and once those are complete over there, we can actually make some wonderful... or we can finish the smelter as soon as the gas turbines are finished. One other thing I wanted to craft in the meantime, as it's been a pain to get over to that area over there every single time that I want to, is this. A travel wand, which requires black steel rods. Cool. I think I used... I have 1 black steel left. Let's go ahead and get that going. As soon as that one's done, we'll be able to make what we need to. Didn't realize that was going to become an issue, and we're probably going to want to put that recipe in the auto crafter. So, black steel dust in a number 1. That one. And we do steel in the macerator. That recipe. Then black bronze in a number 1 as well. Steel in the macerator and black bronze number 1 mixer, which should be this one. Yep. Now, and put those rods away. Grab out a green sapphire from the sifter, as I've been putting them in there. Now, we won't need to make the other blocks as of yet, because I found out that the quest itself ends up actually yielding 3 of them. It's quite nice. There is that travel staff. Looks like... just wonder how far away these things can be. So if I click one here, go like this. First one I want to plant something like right here, maybe. Now, does this have to be powered? Oh. Base. Got it. It's now locked. Now I can look at it. Now the question is how far can I travel before it stops working? But we'll see that in the future. Should... still waiting on it. Still waiting on this. Why are we needing the ashes? And how is it crafting the ashes? Oh. I am so confused. And where is it crafting? Okay, let's get rid of that, figure out what exactly is going on. Well, it's got everything. I don't know why. That's something I don't understand. Although it said it finished it, but it's not there. Crafting the machine holes, which are right. I don't know why you did the ashes thing, but there's that. Got the 2 turbines to go downstairs and finish that. Now we just gotta drag over power. Go. Boom. Should upload that. Just have to. Push it all the way down. I think it's kind of interesting how sometimes the pipe stuff doesn't work, especially when you have other pipes overhead. Now this should flow in this way. Don't know why it's doing this weird thing. I think I can understand why. It's doing a... What's it called? The thing where it rubber band sloshing. So that all fixed up. Should be running. Besides the maintenance. That's right. Maintenance always needs to be done. Do too much of the auto maintenance ones that I kind of forgot about that. Now that should be working. Not. What's our problem? Insufficient energy. Is it not the right direction? Oh. You know, if I was pumping fuel in, that would make sense. So that finishes up our Multi-Smelter. Now, insufficient output. Oh my, that is quick. I did not realize it was going to be that fast. 44 items up in a matter of seconds? Wow. So we're not going to be running out of speed here anytime soon now. That is exactly what I wanted. And now we can actually pipe it directly into where we want to. Just by doing that. That. Now have a space for gold? Yes. No, we do have a space for gold. So why is it not output? This clear? Output bus right there. Okay, it just needed to be re-enabled. Got it. There you go. In a matter of 3.2 seconds, it does 32 items a piece. That is insane speed. So I could sit here and watch this chest just drain. That is awesome. 32 items and... Wow. Now, the other question I do have is, does it... It will not, actually. I just realized. I was kind of wondering if it would do different things, but I don't have a big enough hatch for it to be able to do that. So the next one we're gonna need is we need this one over here. Wrench that the right way around too. And we need to get on to making some slurry, which is the other part that I wanted to get to. I wanted to get to the point where we actually were making this slurry, and actually might have to be for another day. Have to just wait and do our jetpack thing here, as realized that needed an MV mixer and a bunch of other things, but we're trying to get into titanium processing, so that is definitely where we will be going with this in the future. As for the final thing, I did set up the capability to make a microprocessor. The only thing, I guess, is we need some gallium arsenide. Let's go show it how to make that as well, so that we don't have that manually. That's not exactly what we were doing. Better. But maybe this, we can actually get over to where I want to get over with this really quick. It's nice. I do need to dump this crystal. We don't need any other energy things. We just need the platinum wire that we had in there. We can go ahead and do that up. We can also let one of these charge up battery while we're waiting. That finished. We just go ahead and say, hey, we need to mix up gallium arsenide. Gallium arsenide in the mixer of a number 1. Done. Then we know if we're out of both of those that we need to go get the stuff to make more of that. But meantime, let's make ourselves a mainframe. And actually, while we wait for that, I'm going to go ahead and pause. I'm going to go place my travel anchor out on the other end where I want to, over by the end area. I'll be right back, guys. All right, so we've got some good news. We've got some bad news. The good news is that it's over here. Bad news is it does not let us teleport this far, which is okay. So I can fix that later. You need to go into the end here and fix the settings on my real things, because I kind of be working. It's basically the setting that needs to be fixed. Is this? Just need to... There we go. So I had it set it up over here and then forgot to make sure it could force load. So back nice and quick. Might have even finished up our microprocessor mainframe. So I'm just using the basic recipe here, and I set up a way to make aluminum frames quite easily. Everything else is pretty much already auto-craftable besides that. So I want to get that set up in a clean room. We can now our better jetpack. Once we grab another jetpack off. Let's go ahead. Off. Hill. I see that is not the right one. Where'd they all go? Oh, they're downstairs still. So, have those and get right back on upstairs. Should have all of the stuff needed. Craft it now. Yep. There it is, our advanced nano muscle suit. Which is great. So now that we have that, we can take one of our batteries again and start charging it on up. You know we don't have a full charge in here. But, oh my goodness. That is supply mode. Wait. That's not a very big one. I don't want to do. That's cool that I can actually use that to charge other things as well. Looking at it, does, oh my goodness, that is like the fast fall that does. Even matter. Now move around style fast, just start flying. Wow, that is, I think that's either about just as fast, if not faster than. I don't play in creative mode enough to know, but we're about out of battery already, so might as well turn that off, let that charge up so that when I actually need to use it, I can. But I think that's all for now, guys. Gonna have to come back next time where we're gonna start working on processing slurries and being able to actually get most of our ore automation completely done. Once that's done, we can actually get into titanium a little bit stronger. One of the problems I've had is I just don't have a whole lot. I don't think I have any more in this chest, but I can show it off what we got right now. And the thing is this is where we start getting into more multi-blocks. That is a very, very little once you start to realize that each machine itself costs something like 40 or 50 of those. So I've got enough for 4 machines. So I like to kind of get things fresher, get things updated to HV instead of using all the LV machines. Probably leave this setup behind me here, as this one's kind of nice to just be able to use for little crafting things here and there when I need to. But we'll see how long it goes, because we're definitely going to have to get some automation on circuit boards and things ready if we're going to actually be able to have the circuit boards we need when we need them. But thank you guys for watching. You guys all have a great day. Bye!